Well, hi, this is Paul Feuerstein, and as I'm called in Germany, Feuerstein. If you notice, my tie has Fred Flintstone. It turns out that the Flintstones in Germany are the Feuersteins, so I wore my Flintstone tie so everyone would know who I am, as if they didn't already. This has been quite a show. Getting here was something of a story in itself, but we're in Cologne, Germany, at the IDS show, International Dental Show, biggest in the world. It runs every 2 years. It's just been absolutely fantastic. The amount of information that's out here is just wonderful. The new products that are being introduced here are wonderful. What's interesting to me is there's a lot of products that I'm seeing in these rooms that are not available in the U.S. as of yet. They're waiting for certain approvals by FDA, et cetera, et cetera. So we're seeing a preview of what's to come in dentistry. So I'm going to look at my notes a couple of times. I've made a lot of notes on what I've seen. So one of the things I saw across the floor is a lot of the new dental units and things like handpiece units are being controlled by iPads themselves or clones of iPads. So you have a lot of touch screens going on. Obviously cleanable with a glass front over them instead of the regular touchpad front to it. One of the handpiece manufacturers, for example, is BNR. They have an iPad that you can actually change the RPMs by just sliding your finger back and forth in front of the thing. Also, some of the companies are actually embedding instructions, videos, CE, information, troubleshooting, all through these little iPad type applications that are on the units. Very, very slick stuff. One of the larger introductions here is yet another intraoral scanner. As of this point, this is strictly an intraoral scanner. Doesn't do any manufacturing of the restorations, and it's made by a company called 3Shape. So 3Shape has developed a very, very simple scanner. It uses no powder. You just run it through. It seems to be a video, but it's actually a number of quick pictures that go through the mouth. You do an occlusal and buccal, and you'll get a very nice 3D image on the screen. I haven't seen any restorations made from this yet, but it looks kind of interesting. So interesting that two companies, one being Heraeus, the other being Planmeca, have actually decided to market this under their own brands and make some little tiny changes. The Heraeus is called Clara? No, I forgot the name of it. But anyway, we'll figure that out. Sorry, Heraeus. And it's sold as a standalone Planmeca system, uses the same system, and what they're doing, instead of selling it by itself, they're selling a complete operatory system, and this is embedded into the chair. So if you buy that chair, you have an option to have this intraoral scanner, which is totally integrated, picks it up just like a handpiece. There's a screen right there on the chair, so you don't have the next external part. Very, very clever idea. Cara. That's what it's Cara. I wrote it down. Sorry. A company called BrightSquid showed up here. BrightSquid is about to launch a portal for HIPAA compliancy when you send X-rays and images and patient information from doctor to doctor. Right now, a lot of dentists are sending things directly by email. Well, that's actually not HIPAA compliant. So BrightSquid, in a nutshell, is a portal where you can actually, if you want to send X-rays to somebody else or information about a patient, you send it actually to the BrightSquid site. That site sends an email essentially to the dentist who you're trying to get a hold of. It says, you have my X-rays. They go to that site, get it to them, all encrypted, all HIPAA compliant. It also allows sharing of cases, commentary. Very, very clever system. Keep an eye out for BrightSquid. Vita has the Easy Shade. They've had it for quite a while, and they've just enhanced the Easy Shade. So we call the Easy Shade Better One. Must be called something like Easy Shade Deluxe. And for those of you who use syrup machines or E4D machines, one of the shades it now shows is the actual block shade that you would use if you were doing an office restoration. If you already have the Vita Easy Shade, they've actually done something unique. I haven't seen this in a while. They will allow you to upgrade that unit electronically, not 100% to the new system, but pretty much a lot of the features get into it. They will do it over the phone through an internet connection, something like that. So you have an upgradable piece of equipment, so you don't have to throw it out and buy the new one. And that's something kind of interesting. Excuse me. Progeny is about to introduce a new intraoral sensor, total USB, and one of the features they're claiming is that it's totally immersible, submersible, washable, cleanable, and if the wire breaks, the wire is actually replaceable without replacing the entire sensor. Schick has a replaceable sensor right now, also the newer version where you can actually take a little wire off and put another wire on. That's a similar feature. Planmeca showed me something quite interesting. I stood in what looked like a panoramic machine. It's actually a 3D Cologne machine, but it took a scan of my face, the external scan of my face. So my face was in 3D. Why would you want that? They can superimpose that on a 3D CT scan, and then that you can do if you were, for example, doing orthodontic surgery or orthodontics. They allow you to see before and after of the skeletal part, but also before and after of the facial profile, so you don't end up with a case where you did something and all of a sudden the patient had no chin. Very clever. I went to Serona, they said, we have that too. As a matter of fact, not only do we have that, we can do it all in one sweep. So in a single sweep, they do a face scan and the CT scan simultaneously. So that's going to be very, very interesting coming up in this world over here. Sycan, who makes the Statum sterilizer. A lot of us have this tiny little sterilizer, Statum 2000, and then the Statum 5000 about to come out. And in the back of the Statum 5000 is a little network port. So why would there be a network port? What it can do is it can actually send information from your Statum directly to the Sycan people, or for example to the Patterson service department. All of a sudden, let's say your pressure was down, what was supposed to be, the temperature wasn't where it was supposed to be, they would actually get the information and they will call you up and say, hey, something's wrong with your sterilizer, there's a leaky valve, and they know what the valve is. They come to your office and they know exactly what's wrong before it happens. It's kind of like having OnStar for your own sterilizer. Having heard that, I went and found Scott Anderson, the president of Patterson, and said, yes, indeed, we are going to fund as many products as we can to embed into our service center so the dentist will not have to think about picking up the phone at all, or have the OnStar call button. I'm using OnStar as a generic term, to punch the button, something's wrong. Patterson service center will be able to read it back to you, tell you what's wrong. If something else is wrong, they'll be able to troubleshoot it that way on a lot of hard equipment that we have, things such as sterilizers, pieces of equipment, things like that. And had this vision to have this totally automated and there's one less headache for you. So even if it costs some money, it's going to save you a lot of money and time and aggravation. I will say this, in summary, this is a very different trade show. It's in 4 or 5 different buildings. Each building is the size of the average dental trade show. So it's taking me, I've been here 2.5 days, haven't hit every single booth yet. It's virtually impossible. The thing that's remarkable is it's totally organized. When you come in, you have a little badge, you scan yourself in, it tells, they're going to know how many dentists came in, left, at what time, when they came in, how long they stayed, how many manufacturers came in, how many people from the press came in. The demographics is very, very interesting from the manufacturer standpoint, certainly, from our industry also. The other thing I have to say is the cleanliness of this place is remarkable. There's not a piece of paper anywhere on the floor, and just one of those things, when you go into the restrooms, they're absolutely clean. I've gone to so many trade shows. You walk into the trade show, there's garbage on the floor, there's things, paper towels, every piece of paper you need is where it's supposed to be, and everything's as clean as can be in those restrooms. They even have a special area, it's called a resting area, where you can go up and lay down. They have a meditation room upstairs, lots and lots of stuff. There's an abundance of food. There's never a plate. We're always in a couple of minutes, seconds from finding food if you need a drink somewhere. Plus, many of the booths have some food and some beverages in the booths. They actually have some beer in some booths. But the reason is that sometimes you want to talk to a salesperson a little bit longer instead of just standing there like this the whole time for 10 minutes. Hey, have a seat. Let's have want a Coca-Cola? Want to have a cookie? Want to have a sandwich? Have a seat, sit down. Let's talk about this thing. I think that's amazing. Of course, it takes a lot of room, a lot of expense, but it works extraordinarily well at this meeting. I have 2 more days to go. I'm already exhausted, and so maybe we'll do another wrap-up either at this meeting or later on after the meeting. But this is just unbelievable. And if you have nothing better to do in your whole life and you don't play golf, this is my golf. I come to these meetings. I love this thing. I'm a kid in a candy store. Thanks for listening.